Hello all and welcome to round 15 here at Jeddah, the Saudi Arabia street circuit, only constructed a few days before the race in real life. The game actually developed it before. Should be readying up any minute now. We're expecting another good race. Hopefully better than Russia. Russia was absolutely a great race though, with Bobo eventually coming out on top, followed by his teammate Tim's in a 1-2 for the Red Bull team. Finishing off that podium, I believe, was Jax in the end. Let's hope for another incredible race here in the desert. Doesn't seem like everyone's joined yet. Let's hope for a cracking race here, as usual really, with this championship. And there we go. Into short qualifying here for the Saudi Arabian street circuit in the desert of Saudi Arabia, surprisingly. Last time out, Mel starting on pole from Swifty in a very, very good qualifying session. Maybe we can get more of the same here. We'll have to wait and see. Just need to wait now for the last few people to ready up. Here we go now for very, very high expectation qualifying. Mel's, Swifty and Jax last time out's top 3, but obviously in a street circuit, completely different setting to Sochi, which is quite a wide circuit, if I do say so myself. Quite a lot of overtaking opportunities. 27 corners here, probably around 23 of those are flat out, as we have our first few drivers now heading out onto the track for their outlaps. That there was Elias, followed by everyone's coming out now. Absolutely every driver is on their way out of this pit lane. They all want to be the first one out there. for understandable reasons in the street circuits. They want to see if their tyres will be able to last, as that's more drivers leaving the pits. Haas followed by Alfa Romeo there, with Timon and Jacko, both of whom did not finish in the points last time out. They'll be hoping for a much better finish this time around. As now we spectate Elias Anas, who is the first man out there on the circuit. He's going to be hoping to set a strong lap on those mediums. A bit of a surprising tyre to see there, especially in the desert and on a street circuit. Lovely few turns there, getting those tyres up to temperature, getting to know the circuit a bit more than he already does. And now on the brakes, preparing for his lap. Now there we have three drivers on those mediums. Mel's, Bobo and Elias, all in mediums here, putting in a bit of a risk, maybe qualifying a bit lower down so they can get the absolute optimum race strategy. Here comes Elias now, first man onto a quick lap, followed by Ecos very, very closely there. Elias, nice and clean so far. Now into one of the tight, twisty sections of the circuit. Drew left, and now back drew right very quickly, and then back drew left again. Heading straight into the hairpin. Obviously he goes purple first sector. He's the only man so far to have completed that first sector. As we now go to spectate Ecos, the man just behind him, as he very, very clean hairpin there for Ecos. I'm assuming the same for Elias to see he's still going strong here. Elias now, nice and tight with the barriers, doing everything he needs to on this first quick lap. Will he be able to pull something off? Will it be enough for potential pole here in qualifying? 15 minutes to go now in this session. Everything still to play for. Obviously only their first runs out here. Obviously though, they should have been practicing. I assume everyone has been practicing. As now through the final left-hander, turn 27 for Elias. Bit of a snap on the rear end, but overall very, very clean from him on that first lap. Ecos behind him doing the exact same, and it will be a 1:30.0 to set the first lap time, with Ecos a 1:30.2 there, and Timon instantly goes quicker, a 1:29.666 from Timon. And Rico tops that, a 1:29.564 from Rico. Just over a tenth quicker than Timon. 14 minutes to go now in this session, as we'll spectate Jacko now on his quick lap. He's followed very closely there. There's a bit of a race going on there, but I think that is Bus and it looked like Tim. It is not, it's Bus and Bobo getting very close, too close for comfort there. As Jacko is pits after invalidated on that run. Bobo sets a 1:40.7. That, the Alfa Romeo there of Bus has really held him up there. As we've not even noticed, this Steinen goes 7/10 quicker with a 1:28.8. Steinen last time out, absolutely smashing it as usual, really. He has become a very, very quick driver in recent times. As now Bobo has invalidated on this run. That's going to ruin his chances. Especially on, say he's on mediums as well. Those chances of a decent position are not going to be really good. I wouldn't be surprised there if Bus or Bobo get penalties, because that was poor from both of them, racing and qualifying almost. It led to Bobo really struggling and Bus having to pit in the end. I can see penalties being dished out there, maybe not fairly. As now Danob on his lap through the middle sector. 1 minute and 7 seconds so far this lap. As he hits now the third and final sector. Only a few corners to go now. Through turn 25. Long sweeper. And he's looked like he backs out of it. 26 now. And then braking for 27. Has he backed out of this lap? He has. He backed out of it a long time ago. I think he had a bit of a slide there in that final sector. Unlucky for him as Ecos. Wow, incredible lap. Over a second up there. As Tim takes second place, we've managed to notice that one just about. Mattia there, down in P8 after his first lap. Swifty goes P6 after his run. Ecos though, flying. Tim with a very nice lap there as well, 7/10 up on Steinen. As now we watch Danob, I'm assuming this is going to be his quick lap. DRS open. His teammate pulls to the side for him. Here comes Danob now, nice and quick through the hairpin. Nice and tight with the barriers. Not as tight as maybe he could have done there, but still decently tight. As now Jack's just behind him as well. Looks like he's setting up a quick lap. As he's now on his outlap. Quite a few drivers in the pits there. As now it's a purple middle sector. Dano absolutely flying. Bit over the curb there. No invalidations for that. Here we go now, again through the final sector. Will he be able to hold it together? It looks like he will. He's absolutely flying here, Danob. Will he be able to get this lap off and potentially take a provisional pole here in Jeddah? DRS wide open for the final straight, nice and tight with the wall. It's a nice lap and it's going to be P3 for Danob. That looked like a much better lap than a P3, but I'm sure he'll be taking that. A very nice run there, as now we go to last race's pole position taker, Mel's. He fell off at the end of the race, but he is now on a quick lap. Round the final corner. Will he be able to take anything from this run? DRS wide open. Again, nice and tight with the wall. He's holding it really nicely. It's a 1:29.5. It's P6 for Mel's. As Bobo has set a good lap there. He's gone P5 after the incident with Bus. Anyone else on quick laps? It looks like Mel's is setting up another actually. No, Mel's will be pitting. Bobo, on the other hand, has invalidated. Danob, he's down the gears there as well. Jax, though, he's on a quick lap. He's on an extremely quick lap. As through sector 2 is purple. Jax goes purple sector 2. This is an incredibly quick time. This is a great little lap here from Jax. Absolutely flying as now through turn 26, the penultimate corner. Will he be able to take anything from this lap? It looks better than Danob's. In all honesty there, it's very tight with the barrier on the exit. As he doesn't go as tight as others have, and he goes P3 just ahead of his teammate. Great lap there from Jax. As Mel's has gone P8 with his last lap. Ghost Falcon in the Williams there, he actually put in a great time. Didn't actually notice that, as now he's pulled to the side. That could have been contact there between, was that Bus? It was between Bus and Ghost. And now here comes Bus actually. He seems to be on a quick lap. No, definitely not. A 109 through the middle sector. We've been seeing 103s from those in the top 5. Jacko, on the other hand, he could well be on a quick lap actually. Seems like everyone's now leaving the pits once again for these final runs. 8 minutes to go in this session. Jacko pulls to the side and Jacko has given up on that run. Meanwhile, Elias, we said he might have a run in for pole. He's currently P12, and I'm assuming that's a lap just started there for Elias. Let's watch him on this run. Not bad through turn 1. Nice and tight through 2. Will he be close to the barrier? He doesn't actually go as close as he can there. That might lose him some time. As nice there through 4 and 5. sweeping through now through this tight and twisty section towards the end of sector 1. What will this look like? It's a 31.2, which is actually 5/10 up on his last lap. So if he stays like this, this could be P8. If he goes quicker, could be potentially a P7 or a P6, or maybe even a P5. Nothing really changing on this grid. Ecos absolutely flying. Incredible lap from him, from Tim, from Jax, from Danog, Ghost, Steinen, Bobo, Mels, Rico, Timon, Swifty, Elias, Mattia, Bus, and Jacko, who is yet to set a lap. Bus as well with a poor lap on his run. Now through the final 2 corners, turn 25, and now nice and quick through 26. Will Elias be able to pull anything off here? Through the final corner. Nice and close to the barrier there. And he does go nice and close to the wall. Will he be able to get a good lap in? It's P9 for Elias. As that there is Timon as well. He seems to have moved up the grid a bit. He was P11, I believe, and now he is P7, as that will be Elias pitting. Surely there. Anyone else on quick laps? It doesn't look like it. Timon could be. He's just set a quick lap himself. As he invalidates, as we go to spectate him, he invalidates. Bus has to get a quick lap in. He has to be on a quick lap. It's either now or never. He goes really not very nicely, should I say, wide, and he cuts the corner. And I think he is setting up a lap here more than anything. Bus. Mattia here. He seems to be on a quick lap. He is on a quick lap here, I think. Here we go now through the nice, tight and twisty section. I think I've said that about 4 times now, and he invalidates. He cuts over the curb. He was on a quick lap there, it looked like. He runs a bit wide on the entry to that corner. As now Swifty, he is back out onto the circuit. And that is, I don't know who that is, but one of the Mercedes cars right behind him. Everyone seems to be running wide through turn 5 tyres. Everyone knows about the dodgy turn 7, and that is going to be a called off lap there. Tim back out on circuit as well, the P2 man. Will he be looking for a quick lap here? Jax is back out onto the track. He's on his out lap. Tim, though, flying through the middle sector. First sector, should I say. Nicely through the left, and he invalidates. That is not what he wants. Tim in P2. That's really not going to help him. Swifty, obviously, with his having to slow down. And Bus has retired. Has Bus got into a crash there? It looks like he has, and he has at the final corner. Bus has hit the wall. Pushing too hard, it looked like there. As now Mattia crosses the line to start a quick lap after his last invalidation. Nicely now. I think that is the final straight of the middle the first sector here. I can't tell whether he's on a quick lap here. I don't think he is. This is a 28.32. Looks like it'll probably be about 35 through that first sector. 33.4 it ends up being. Tim, though, he's going to be winding up now. He's going to start another lap. This is his chance to take pole. And he doesn't. Tim pits. Tim dives one in. Maybe a debatable decision there. Jackson is also invalidated. Very easy to invalidate on this circuit, as it's been proven. Jacko here, though. He has to be on a quick lap. He is flying around this circuit. Only 2 more corners to go now. Through turn 26. Heading into turn 27. The final corner. Nice and tight with the barrier. Will he be able to do the same on the exit? Yes, he does actually. Very neat exit there. And entry to the corner. 2 minutes left now. And it's a good lap from Jacko, putting in P6 in this qualifying session. I don't think Tim's going to be able to go back out and set another lap here unless he goes now. And I think he is going now. He isn't, actually. Tim is the one that stayed in. Bobo is going for another one. We know what Bobo can do on those mediums, but he's not going for the medium strategy this time. Last time out, an incredible run from Bobo, an incredible turnaround in his weekend led to him winning the race after that safety car. There's now a number of drivers on their outlaps. I think the entire top three are happy with their times, but could we see a shock here from Timon, from Jacko, Ghost, Danob, even Steinen? Any of that top 10 could put in a surprise here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Danob invalidates as well. Jacko, is he on another lap? He is not. Jacko has backed off. Timon though, oh, he's invalidated. As we go to spectate, he's invalidated as well. Everyone's invalidating. It might ruin qualifying here. As now here comes Steinen. Will he be able to pull off a quick lap here, or will he invalidate as well? Nice and neat so far from Steinen. Nicely on the curb. He's got a lot of speed here. Will this be a purple first sector? It is a purple first sector from Steinen. Will he be able to hold this speed now through the hairpin? Nice and quick as usual. We expect this from him now. Decently tight with the barrier. Nice and close on the inside there as well. This lap could be pole. Here he comes now. Oh, it's an incredibly close moment there with the wall. Radiators of the world, you better keep your eye on this one. It's about to heat up. As now he's had to run a bit wider there. And there's a penalty there. A grid penalty. I can't tell who that's for. But there is a grid penalty there. As now through 25. Heading into 26. We didn't get to see there. Steiner did the purple middle sector there. But he is absolutely flying nicely into the final corner. And he holds it very tight with the wall. Will this be a fastest lap for Steinen? Will he be able to take pole in a very shocking way? It's P2. Oh, it is so close. 49 hundredths of a second away from pole position. A great run there from Steinen. Did everything he could. Tim now. Will he take pole? Everyone on their final runs now. Will anyone be able to put in a shocker? Ghost goes P3. Ghost Falcon taking P3 there. Just behind his, that's not his teammate. Just getting confused with the blues there. Oh goodness me, these two are getting very close. Has Danob's lap been ruined here by Ghost Falcon? I'm assuming this is Danob on a lap. It isn't actually. No, this is Jax. He's also finished the session. These two are just having a bit of a race now. Tim though, he's fallen down to P4 now. This is not what he wants. Looks like an absolutely rapid through the middle sector there. Looked like it was under a minute through there. Incredible run from Tim so far. As now through the final two corners, through turn 26, nice and quick. Not as tight as he wants to be. Can he hold it tight though on the exit? He does nearly. Surprisingly, not fully. But here he goes now, holding it tight to the barriers. Will he be able to take pole? It's P2 for Tim. As Ecos goes even quicker. A 1:27.2. And that should be the session over. And that will be. Unless Timon can pull something off here. And he has invalidated. Ecos takes pole from Tim. From Steiner, from Ghost, from Bobo, from Jax, from Danob, from Jacko, from Timon, from Elias, from Mels, from Rico, Swifty, Bus, and Mattia. A great qualifying there, incredible running. And it is actually Elias with that grid penalty, I can confirm. He will be starting it from the back of the grid. Lucky that my mic didn't fall out there. And as you can see, Ecos with pole, and it is Elias with that penalty. He will drop to the back of the grid for the start of this race. A lot of Dutch members in this one. Obviously, the larger amount of them will be cheering on Max Verstappen and will have been cheering on Max Verstappen. As now this race is expected to be a great one. Judging by the laps that have just been put in. An incredible bit of running there in qualifying. Could we see a surprise winner? Could we see an expected winner? Could we see even something no one thought we'd see? And someone outside the top 10 winning this one? You never know at this point. You just can't tell with F1, as proven by today. Well, earlier today with Verstappen winning the championship after being 8 seconds behind at one point. An incredible little race, that one, at Abu Dhabi. All came down to the last lap. If you didn't see it, I'd recommend you go and watch the highlights, because an incredible little run from everyone there. Thought Hamilton had it. Honestly, I did think Hamilton had it, and as a Brit, I think every other British person can actually relate with me. We wanted Hamilton to win that one, and it's very unlucky that he didn't. But still, with that protest put in by Mercedes, we could see a change. As now the formation lap begins, the expected strategies are either 10 laps or 9 laps on those soft tyres. I think everyone is starting on softs today. There is a medium runner further back, which there is actually, Mells. Mells has made a great strategy call. He started pole last race, and he will be starting on those mediums back in P10. It's a great strategy call from Mells. He could put in a surprise here if what happens is, well, what is expected to happen does actually happen. And we see a few incidents resulting in a few safety cars. I'd be surprised if we see anything other. There's now everyone warming up their tyres. Ecos, an absolutely incredible lap, a 1:27.2 from him. Absolutely flying. Goodness me, he's miles ahead. I don't know what he's doing that far ahead. Everyone else has been taking their time warming up their tyres, and Ecos had just flown away. I don't know why he's done that. It's his own call. Good luck to everyone in this race, everyone who's watching this stream, who is in this race, as now Ecos brakes heavily and slows down the pack. As anyone leading the pack should, really. Now then, everyone warming up their tyres. It seems very, very compact in those middle few. Sorry about that. Steinen, P3, pulled off an incredible result from P4 last time, which ended up in him actually finishing P4 after a great comeback, to be fair to him. Absolutely flew through that one, and he got a spinner on the formation lap. Tim's gone round. It won't affect anything. He's gone again. Obviously no damage on the formation lap, but it could ruin their chances of warming up tyres on that final straight. As now Ecos lines up on the grid. The rest of this compact and very, very close grid lining up behind him. It's really proven how close this grid is, with Jax, who qualified P3, now down in P6. Timon with a great result last time out. Sorry, no, he didn't have the best result last time. But you know what? He's doing well in this qualifying. The time penalty from Elias helping those further back. We got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. I've miscounted. 5 lights! And it's lights out and away we go here for the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Ecos gets a decent start off the line. Steinen taking P2 there. Tim, he just about takes P3. Ghost and Bobo there side by side. Contact between them and that's in the wall. Is that Jax? It is Jax. Jax there, losing his front wing. With that incident early on, Ecos leads from Timon, who have already pulled out a gap to the two Red Bulls of Tim and Bobo. Ghost not too far behind them, as Swifty Nugs is retired. And we do have a VSC to start this race off. It was expected. It really was expected. We see a few safety cars in this race. And Swifty causes the first of probably many in this race. 25 more laps still to go though. Anything can happen. Will anyone take the risk of going on to a set of mediums or hards now? And then taking those to maybe the middle section of the race. And then going to the end. Or will this one stop still be the expected strategy from everyone? Jax obviously will have to pit as Mattia retires. He was at the back. I don't know what's happened there. He's crashed on the VSCs. I don't know how he's managed that one. Potential contact with Bus, but Bus hasn't actually picked up a penalty. As Bus they're taking a few positions, and the VSC is over. Mel's losing out on that restart. As now these three, the top three right now, Ecos, Steinen, followed by Tim. Rest of the grid, Bobo, Ghost, Danob, Jacko, Timon, Elias, Rico, Bus, Jax, Mels, and your two DNFs already, Mattia and Swifty, as Rico, Jax and Mels all having to pit there. That could well be their race is over. Steinen, will he be able to hold it with Ecos? Ecos seems to be just driving away. Ecos really does seem to have this race in his control right now. Steinen here, 1.3 off of Ecos. Meanwhile, further back there, Bobo seems to be decently close to Tim. Will he be able to pull off an overtake? Those two are getting close, the two teammates. They won't want an incident for their battle in the Constructors. Will Tim be the better man here and let his faster teammate through? Or will these two end up holding each other up as Bobo runs a bit wide there? Through the middle sector. As now into the final two corners. Through turn 26 we go. Will Bobo go for the dive bomb? He seems to be getting close actually. He backs out of it. Could well have gone for it there though. Big chance for him now on the straight though. Bobo in the slipstream of Tim. Gaining all the time. Still gaining all the time. Here comes Bobo. Surely he's going to try one to the inside. Down the inside goes Bobo. Tim should back out of it and does. Bobo takes P3 in this one. A nice overtake there from Bobo. But Tim, he isn't over with it yet. Tim, still very close there as Bus gets a 5-second penalty further back. Tim losing out now. Ecos, though, is just driving away. 1.8 now the gap. 1.9 now almost. 1.9 now. Absolutely incredible from Ecos as Danob gets a 3-second penalty there. The man who was putting in a challenge in Sochi, clearly struggling on the street. There's now Ghost and maybe even Tim getting close to Bobo. Ghost can still gain time in this one. These few here from what looks like it is Bobo down to Jacko seem to be decently close together. This could make it for a nice bit of battling. There's even further back there, Mills and Bus are getting decently close to each other. Timon, he's going to have a great chance of getting an overtake done. Lovely little camera angle there. As now, here we go now. Down again towards that penultimate corner. Tim having a look and backing out of it again. But will Tim be able to pull off an overtake now on the straight? Bit of potential here. Or will it even be Ghost? Ghost is close to Tim. Ghost is extremely close to Tim here. Tim still closing on Bobo. Tim goes to the inside. Tim backs out of it. Ghost there. Very nearly getting that overtake done. Now Timon further back. He's really closed in on Elias. Those two will end up battling at some point here. As Bobo a bit wide again. Bobo really does seem to be running wide in this one. Maybe this street circuit doesn't favour a lot of drivers. I'd be surprised if it did. As Jack's there with the penalty further back in 11th. As now Danob, he's closing in now on Ghost. Danob with a great chance. Here he goes, the man with the penalty might go for it and does not go for it. Maybe he should have there, in fact. That was a great opportunity there for Danob on Ghost. But he does eventually back out. As now we'll go and spectate Elias. He's catching Timon. He has a great opportunity to get Timon back, actually. If we didn't notice that, Timon has passed Elias. And now, actually, Tim further up the field as well. There's too many battles going on. Who are we going to watch? Tim closing in on Bobo. Elias closing back in on Timon. An incredible bit of racing again here in the streets of Saudi Arabia. As now, back again. Here we go again now. Through turn 26 is a great opportunity. He does go for it this time, Tim. And he does pull off the overtake. Bobo, though, he might get the switch back and he will get DRS here. Bobo's surely going to get back through. It should be quite easy for him, and it will be easy for him. He's going to get him in a straight line. Tim shouldn't really be putting up a fight there, and he doesn't do. He had a bit of a luck, though. Ghost now. Oh, Ghost has to run off the circuit. Ghost will get a penalty for that. I don't know whether that's justified. That should be taken off him. That is not a fair penalty whatsoever, as Danob takes his position from that. That is not a fairly given penalty for Ghost. He's run off the circuit there. And he has put on those brakes, and you can tell he's put on those brakes. As now further back, Mills gets around the outside of Bus. I'm glad we got to this battle now, as now Bus is going to fight back on the straight. Here comes Bus. The battle for P12 is nothing much. Oh, and they made contact in a straight line. Will Mills still be able to fight it? He does. Down the inside back goes Mills. And Mills will hold the position for now. But you know what? Do not count out Bus in this fight. Bus holding it very nicely with Mills. There's now a bit of a gap starting to increase there between Danob, Tim and Ghost. Tim's though still holding it nice and close to Bobo. The two Red Bulls have been bringing us so much action in this one. Will Tim be able to pull off an overtake here? He's going to wait now. And now he's going to get DRS. And oh, it's a massive spin. And it's Timon. Everyone has to avoid it. And they all have done. Tynan, around the final corner, has crashed out of this race. Will anyone else be caught up in that incident? There shouldn't be. And it is a safety car. That's going to bring everything closer again. Ecos leads from Tim. 11 seconds the gap. Ecos has just been gifted the chance to win. And now it's all been thrown away again. This safety car could do so much for this race. As that is a few drivers in. And a few drivers actually taken that opportunity under safety car to pit. And it might well have been a great call. Only 3 more laps now until the safety car peels in. Speaking of the safety car, there it is. The Aston Martin safety car as usual. Steiner now down in P13. A big incident for him. Coming out at the final corner. Unexpected. Did not expect to see him spinning out there. As Bobo was actually able to hold position after that one. He's obviously lost the place to Tim. But other than that one place, he's actually held it. Incredible from Bobo. I don't know how Red Bull have managed to pull that one off. But he does actually hold that position as Bus is going to serve his penalty in the pit lane and go into another set of mediums. Jack's now with 11 seconds worth of penalties. He's well and truly out of this one in Saudi Arabia. Don't be surprised if we see some more incidents in this one. I'm wondering what to talk about now, because we do have a safety car and it's not very interesting. Well, Leicester won 4-0 today against Newcastle. In case you want to know that, West Ham and Burnley with a quite a boring 0-0 draw. And Crystal Palace just a bit ago beat Everton 3-1. Conor Gallagher on the brace. Solomon Rondon for Everton. And I don't know who scored the other one. But, yeah, 3-1 win for Palace. United won yesterday, as well as City. both with 1-0 wins against quite unexpected teams to only winning 1-0 against. Liverpool with a 1-0 win against Villa as well, in a return to Anfield for Steven Gerrard. Aston Villa, though, they are looking very good this season. Back to the F1. Tim has pitted. He's taken the opportunity. Ecos now has pitted as well, actually. Everyone has pitted under this safety car from my memory, other than a few, and Jax now serves a stop. He will be serving a penalty in a stop as well. Don't know how much that penalty is going to be. 5 seconds. 5 seconds worth of penalties served by Jax. I think he's got another 2-3 second penalties, as do Danob and Ghost, as now everyone bunches up again behind the safety car. I'm trying to think of other sports to talk about now, because like I said, nothing really much going on. There is a safety car. You wouldn't really expect much to be going on behind a safety car. Yeah. Well, F1 happened. Like Verstappen winning the title, that's quite interesting. I was talking about that at the start of the race. Carlos Sainz best of the rest, impressive season from him. Perez and Bottas not as close as everyone thought they would be. Verstappen with that surprise win. I might as well take this opportunity to have a bit of a break, because my throat is killing me already, and we still have 18 laps to go. Excuse me. That's better. Didn't sound like much, I just coughed. It's quite interesting, I think. Anyway, we should be getting back underway anytime soon. Well, the question now is, will Jax and Bus be able to catch up with this safety car queue before we go back to green flag running? They still have another lap to do so, so I'm going to assume that the answer is yes. Unless the Delta is back out. That's always a potential, that a Delta time comes out very unexpectedly. No one likes them, but they do sometimes arrive. As Rico retiring under safety car. What's happened to Rico? He's had a spin. Oh, there he is, stricken in the middle of the circuit. That's finally something to talk about. He's also had an incident there, coming off the penultimate corner of Steinen and Rico. An awful day for Alpine. Kind of similar to yesterday then, as Jax has pitted with another 5 second penalty. How is he getting these penalties? I'm assuming that one was for speeding in the pit lane. Just not been keeping an eye on those penalties. Jax is well and truly out of the running for this one. As soon as this safety car peels into the pit lane, this race could get extremely interesting. I'm going to assume it will be this lap. If not, then it quite obviously will be next lap. We've done 3 laps under it now, after this one. So assuming it peels in, that will be 4 laps. Sorry about that, I've not been keeping an eye. Might well have given the notification then that the safety car is in. And it looks like it is, it looks like it will be there. It's really peeling away from Ecos. And this looks like the restart. As here we go. Should be back to green flag running anytime soon. Oh, no, everyone's caught back up with the safety car. It is, there's the notification. Finally, very, very late on in the lap. Bit of a weird time to give a notification. I thought it'd be middle sector-ish, but it is not, as the safety car now peels away from everyone, weaving everywhere. Ecos the only one not weaving. Kind of Kimi Raikkonen and Abu Dhabi 2017 vibes there. As the safety car rounds the final corner, as it peels into the pit lane now, and it is back to green flag running for these drivers. All 11 of whom have been very, very close in the 2 races that I've commentated. As here we go now, back to green flag running, and he overtakes in the background. Jacko seems to be getting very close to Ghost, and he's going for it! It's a very risky move, and it's clearly proven to not work for him. As Jacko there has gone straight on. I'm glad we flipped to that one. Big incident there for Jacko. He seemed to have clipped the back there of Ghost, which might well damage Ghost's rear wing as well. Assuming the damage is on simulation. I do not check the settings. Anyway, now through the hairpin. A long left-hander. As now Mel's and Ghost. Mel's has got him in the hairpin. As now everyone seems to be catching Ghost actually. And a nice little bit of battling back here as Bobo seems to be catching Tim. Bobo's got a penalty. Wow. As now 3 wide. Oh, and there's 2 drivers off circuit there. 3 wide at a street circuit does not go. As now Bus has really gained positions there. Serving those penalties under the safety car really has helped him. As here he goes now on Jax. Around the outside, and they're still side by side here. An incredible little bit of battling here between Bus and Jax. Who will win this battle? I've got absolutely no idea. As now back goes Bus now to the inside. He might be able to pull it off here. Going into the final corner. Still side by side, these two. Still side by side. Late on the brakes from Bus, and it's Jax that just about holds it. But he might not be able to now in a straight line. These two are getting really close here. Bus, will he be able to use that slipstream to close back in? Here he goes. A nice bit of slipstream, and he does go for it, and it's a bit too much. As he does eventually back out of it, as Ghost and Jacko there, those two making contact. There is the front wing change for Jacko. Went straight on, and that's going to ruin his chances as well as everyone else's back there. As now Bobo seems to be closing in on Tim, as well there as Elias on Timon. Some good racing going on around the Jeddah Street Circuit. On lap 10 of 25 here, 15 still to go. Assuming that's it for pit stops, then this will probably be your order. As that seemed to be there, Ecos seems to have lost a bit of time. As now Tim seems to be gaining time on Ecos. We're going to have a battle for the lead here, and there's yellow flags in sector 2, and it's Jax around. Jax has spun one into the wall there in his battle with Bus. That's going to ruin his chances even more for this race. Ghost and Jacko's from 25 seconds back. Ecos rounding the final corner. Can Tim get enough on Ecos here to maybe even get an overtake done on this next lap? Ecos has been flying all weekend. Well, I say weekend. He's been flying tonight, should I say. Absolutely whizzing around this circuit. Never seen anyone faster in this championship. Obviously saying I've only commentated on 2 races. It's not much of a surprise. Sorry about that notification there. As Bobo is closer to Tim than Tim is to Ecos. All 3 of whom are in DRS of each other. And I assume DRS wasn't able this lap. It's difficult for me to see, as well as commentate on this race. Meanwhile, Jax, has he gone again? He's pitted. I thought he's gone again then. Let's check some tyre gaps. And I'm assuming that is it for pit stops. Other than maybe Mel's, who pitted on lap 3 very early on for that pit stop. Should have maybe gone to hards to the end. And that there is a penalty. Dished out again. There's been penalties all over the shop here. Who was that? It looks like it was Jacko with that 3-second penalty. As Jax has served another 5-second penalty there. He's got a lot more to serve. Probably a lot more to come in this race. And now round the final corner, closer than ever here, Tim, Bobo and Ecos. Can Bobo pull off an overtake on Tim? That'd be a bit of a surprise. The 2 teammates have been battling this race. Maybe here for Bobo, he's going to go for it down the inside. He will send it, and he's backed out, and it's very late, and he's very nearly hit the back of Tim there. As Timon, side by side with Elias. These two are battling very nicely. It's a lovely switch back there from Timon, and he pulls off the overtake. A beautiful move. Elias isn't done with him yet, though. These two still closer than ever. Will either of them be able to pull off an overtake on the other? Tim just seems to be faster on this circuit. Who is that penalty for? Ghost, looks like. Meanwhile, we got some nice battles going on further back here. Ghost and Jacko, and Elias and Timon there. But it's now closer than ever again. These four have been very close to each other all race. Ecos, Tim, Bobo, J-Nob. Bit of a gap from there on back. But Tim with a great opportunity here. Will he actually be able to take the lead on this lap? He could well do. 2 tenths now in it between these two. Very close battling here between these four, really. Danob and Bobo not really in this one. Tim, though, he's looking very good to win this race all of a sudden after Ecos had a very, very big lead. Here comes Tim now to the inside to take the lead of the race. Ecos seems to have given away that position strategically there, as now he can line up an overtake with DRS. Here comes Ecos back at him. Here comes Bobo, in fact. Could go 3 wide into turn 1. Will it go 3 wide into turn 1? Ecos goes for the lead. Ecos down the inside. Tim trying to hold it. Tim can't hold it. Ecos retakes the lead. Here comes Bobo, though, back on Tim. Nearly got that switch back off there. But now he might actually go for it, Bobo. And he doesn't do. If he did there, he would have been very much so out of the race. Ecos leads from Tim. Bus, has he pitted? Oh no, he's got a great little battle going on further back here. Could go 3 wide into turn 1. Might go 3 wide into turn 1. Probably will go 3 wide into turn 1. And it's going to be Bus and Jacko side by side. Jacko gets pushed off circuit and Bus has hit Ghost. Bus loses his front wing. He's around. Ecos now has extended his margin. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a switch here from Red Bull if they are talking to each other. If they have a way of communication, these two probably will switch. I wouldn't be surprised if these two switch their position here. Bobo does seem a lot quicker. That's another penalty, and that is Jax again with another 3 seconds worth. Jacko's also got 8 seconds worth now. And now Bobo has gone for it. And if they are communicating, then that is very, very good sportsmanship from Tim. If it isn't, then, well, you know what, it isn't, I don't think. Because Tim's now just going to get DRS. That's the entire plan here. The Red Bulls are absolutely loving this one. As Tim takes back Bobo's position. The Red Bulls are flying. And they are fighting each other in an incredible fashion. I'm surprised they haven't hit each other yet, and that's now our Danob into this fight. Actually, we could now see a 3 wide into turn 2, for P2. Ecos, he is surely now going to run away with this race. As there's yellow flags further back. Who was that for? I don't know. And there is now yellow flags in that final sector. And there's a battle going on actually. Jacko and Ghost. These two are really close. Can Jacko pull anything off on Ghost? These two hitting each other after the safety car restart won't help either of them. Very, very close racing between these two now. As Bus has retired, actually, that's what those yellow flags probably were for. And Jax has got damage. I think those two have collected each other. As now Bobo and Tim. Here we go again for the Red Bulls. And once again we have an overtake. And once again Tim's going to get DRS and pull off another overtake. As Mel's there getting Elias. I think that's another strategic position giveaway there. So he can take him back. But neither of them actually within arm's reach. But Tim seems to be. Tim's really going for it here. Tim, Bobo and Danob now joining in with this fight. Elias meanwhile, he can't get that position. Jacko further back, he's got a great chance of pulling something off. To the outside Jacko goes. Can Jacko get P8 here? Will he switch it? He does switch it. It's a very risky move. It's a very late move there from Jacko. And he's still staying close. And he's got DRS there. That's exactly what Jacko needed. And Jacko, I've said Jacko about 20 times in one sentence. But Jacko finally there pulls off the overtake for P8 in this race. Tim and Danob now. They're the two that are closing on each other. Bobo pulled away now. Bobo actually got the overtake done. We've missed that as well. I've missed quite a bit this race. I apologise for that. We have had some great battles. And Danob now also with a 9-second penalty now. So that will drop him, if it stays like this, behind Mel's. And if Elias can catch back up behind him as well. Elias having a good race. To say he started at the back of the grid, surely this will be a driver of the day worth performance. Say he's P6 after starting P15, and with all those incidents to avoid. As now here we go now, Tim seems to have gained all that time back. Tim now in slipstream of Bobo. These two again back at it. Too much fighting from the Red Bulls here, and it's actually allowed Danob into this fight, and he's very nearly gone for it there. He's very nearly sent it, as now Bobo getting the switchback, side by side between these two. Well, surely this will end in an incident similar to Azerbaijan 2018. Very close driving between all three of them now as Danob, and Tim brake checks Danob. I don't think that was on purpose. Is there any damage for Danob? There is not, he's just about avoiding him. I think that was just so Tim made the corner there as Elias dives on into the pits. Is he on softs there? Let's have a look at that. He is pitted for softs actually, so he's going to go for a quick stint at the end of the race. As that is another penalty dish down. That's Jacko this time with that 3 seconds worth of penalties. As Tim now drops behind Danob. I think Tim, he actually had an incident here. Goodness me, I've missed too much in this race. There's no Mel's has caught Tim. Mel's here has the chance to get a surprise podium. Mel's could take Tim. If Tim has damage, which he does, I think, have damage. He doesn't. So Tim here looks like he's had an incident, some sort of spin, which has led to him losing a lot of time to those two leaders and obviously Danob. Now here comes Mel's further back though. Elias and Ghost getting really close. Elias on those fresh softs. He's going to be absolutely flying around this circuit. He backs out of it. Meanwhile, Tim and Mel's going side by side. Mel's is going to get him. Mel's, after all of that, takes the position away from Tim. And now he is in prime position to get a podium. If he can get him within those 9 seconds, if Danob and Bobo can have a fight, if those two fight, then this is Mel's all day for that podium. Meanwhile, Elias on Ghost, that was going to happen. Elias on those fresh softs, he's going to be absolutely flying now. Surely now for the rest of the race. You're expecting here from Elias to say tyres are going to be wearing out as well. I'm expecting P6, maybe P5 if he can be quick enough. Speaking of, he's just got a 3-second penalty. That won't help him. Very quick driving there from Elias. As proving to say he's gained 6/10 in one sector there. Tim is not out of the fight yet with that is Mel's. It's Danob now with 12 seconds worth. That will promote Mel's surely to a podium now. I think it was actually Danob with that penalty, not Elias. I just saw Elias with the penalty and I saw a penalty pop up on the screen. So I assumed, but maybe it wasn't here. Maybe it was actually Danob with another one. Speaking of Danob, he's going for it now on Bobo. This is going to really, really help the two behind them. As Bobo with brilliant defensive work there. Danob can't pull anything off on exit. These two now getting close. Red Bull versus Mercedes, as we've seen all season in real life. As that's another incident. Who's that further back? It's Jax. And he's been lapped now. Jax has been... He is out of this one. I'll be honest with you, he may as well retire at this point. P10, 53 seconds to the next driver ahead of him. And now he's spun again. And he's now lost a bit of front wing. I think that's it for Jackson's race. Meanwhile now, those two that have just lapped him, they're still fighting. Tim has dropped back massively from Mel's. As now Jacko is going to have to pit again here. Danob, he's going to have a great opportunity as we see that brilliant camera angle time and time again here. Timon. Get it? Because there's a driver called Timon. Anyhow, these two, surely Danob will get him on the straight, but I don't actually know whether Mels could still take this. He's actually not. He's not going to wait. Is Danob going to wait? He isn't. It's a big mistake from Danob, not waiting there, and that's going to give Bobo an easy position. And maybe a bit of a gap. As we've seen all season in real life, the Mercedes is quicker, but surely not quick enough under DRS. But it's a fight back and it's contact between the two, and that is Bobo off, and that is Bobo regaining the position off track, and Danob takes it back. Bobo, bit too tight there, leaving no room for Danob. As now Elias still gaining as much time as we expected, but he's actually he might lose out here to Ghost. As Timon gains positions on Mels and Tim, both of who have pitted for softs. A bit of a hold there for Tim, as I don't know who he got held by actually. As now Elias, that pitting earlier might well have really helped him here. As now, oh, it's Ghost! We saw another incident coming. And it's happened late on, and it is a safety car in the last few laps. This could be incredible. A sprint for the win in the last 6. But when the safety car's over, it'll probably be about 3. A 3-lap sprint race here in Saudi Arabia could be absolutely incredible to see. Obviously, there will be a bit of a gap. But now back we go to the boring stuff. I'm checking Instagram. I want to see if anything interesting has happened. I've got a reply by someone. That's nice. Anything interesting? Oh, Mercedes protests have been rejected by the stewards. That's interesting. 21 minutes ago, Verstappen will be world champion. And it will stay with him. His first with the Red Bull team. As that is Bobo pitting under the safety car for soft tyres. Could really help him actually. I'm expecting Bobo here to really pull off a win, potentially. As Ecos, Danob, Bobo, everyone's going to be close again. Has there been any other retirements? No, there hasn't. Ghost with being the most recent, and Jax has actually DNF'd as well. Took my advice, it seemed. Is now the entire field bunching back up. And we have nothing more interesting happening really. Now here we go for the restart. I'll be honest with you, nowhere near as exciting. One minute about the restart. I just saw them going around the final corner and I assumed it was the restart, but it is not the restart. Not anywhere near the restart, actually. Could we see some battling in these final few runs? and there is literally nothing happening elsewhere. I'll check who scored the other goal for Crystal Palace. Like, that's a bit interesting, I guess. Actually, the Prem table could be a bit interesting. I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything here. So it was Conor Gallagher and Tompkins, with Jordan Ayew and Will Hughes with the assists. Will Hughes, what a signing from Palace. He's not really flopped, but he's not really played much either. Are we going to see a restart on the slap? I don't know. I just thought that was the final corner then. I will tell everyone the Prem table, because that's a bit interesting, isn't it? Whee! Man City from Liverpool, Chelsea, West Ham, Man United, Arsenal, Tottenham, Leicester, Wolves, Brentford, Brighton, Palace, Villa, Everton, Leeds, Southampton, Watford, Burnley, Newcastle, Norwich. So, that's your Prem table. The Premier League 2, West Ham, Tottenham, Arsenal, Man City, Brighton, Palace, United, Everton, Leicester, Leicester, Liverpool even, Chelsea, Derby, Leeds and Blackburn. The Under-18s Premier League, Blackburn, City, Liverpool, United, Middlesbrough, Everton, Leeds, Wolves, Burnley, Sunderland, Derby, Stoke, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest. I don't know why I've told everyone this, but, you know, there's not really much going on. Speaking of not really much going on, here we go. Safety car's in. And now, the race. Danob has stayed with him really well, and always Ecos there, really trying to hold him up. Here we go now, back on the restart. And there is a time penalty. Is that for Danob? As Tim side by side with Danob now. That's all changed. Ecos down the inside, and he's cut the corner. And there's incidents left, right, and centre. And that's Danob out, and that's Tim out. And Mel's. They've all gone in this race. There won't be another safety car. This is just going to be game on now. Ecos back in the lead, but it might go away from him again. That penalty should definitely be taken off him there. As now 16 seconds worth of penalties. As now Jacko for P2 out of nowhere. Jacko has really pulled this race back. Tyron going for it now. You can tell my energy up through the roof now. This race is getting incredible in the closing stages. A massive incident on the exit of turn 2, leading to all of those DNFs. Wow. Timon now, he's looking at Danob. Will he be able to pull off an overtake? All you can see for now is the back of Danob's car. He does seem to be closing in though. This could work. This is a Timon victory. Timon, the only one without penalties. Timon is going to win this race. If everything goes his way from now on, if there is no more incidents, Timon wins in Saudi Arabia. And he might well get another one here. Here he goes now, slipstreaming Danob all the way. Side by side they go. A lovely little camera shot here. On board with these two. To the inside. So that's the outside. I spun it! Timon! And that could well throw away this race, but he can still get within the time he needs. Get it, Timon. Timon now is the real interest in this one. Elias is now in a strong position to potentially win this race, but as we speak, Jacko is going to lead, and he's not going to lead across the line, it's going to be Ecos. With his 16 seconds worth of penalties, it will be Jacko for the win. With, I'm assuming here, Elias P2, and Elias wants that P3 on track, and he might well get it with an incredible move, and it is an incredible move, and he's gone wide there, Danob, and he goes into the wall, but Elias is going to be taking that. He's going to be screaming inside that cockpit. What a race from him. Starting all the way back, and he will actually at this rate, as Jacko with 6 seconds worth of penalties. This is Elias's race to lose right now. The way things can change so quickly. Ecos has led pretty much from start to finish, but he is not going to be able to win this race unless he puts in an incredible last few laps, and that is the fastest lap of the race. He needs that. He needs a few more of those to even mildly get close, as we'll check now fastest laps. That is an incredible margin from Ecos. That fastest lap is not going to be beaten by anyone. And Tim Mells, and that is an incredibly late on incident. No one expected it, and it's led to all of this. Incredible. As now Timon, he's actually taken Dainob. Has Dainob had a spin? I don't know, but Timon's passed him. Timon, massive here in his race. He's passed Dainob. And this now, if I am not mistaken, is Timon's win. Again. This is either going to be Timon or Elias, as that is a penalty there for Ecos again. That's going to give even more of a push to Timon. With no penalty still, he's driving an incredibly clean race. Very close to the wall there. He's had a spin himself, and now this race is all in his hands. Bobo has dropped back significantly. Maybe Jax's retirement was too preempted, because now this race has turned on its head completely. As Ecos is out! Oh, it's incredible. It's happened late on. Ecos, the race leader, has crashed out at turn 1. Has he gone straight on? Is that a purposeful DNF? Because he knew he wasn't winning that race. That's just giving it to Timon now. This is Timon's race to lose. Timon just has to drive one more clean lap, and he will win this race. But Elias will hold that P2. An incredible race from him. Elias is my driver of the day, hands down. Incredible driving. And that there is a time penalty for Bobo. He is well and truly out of this one, Bobo. But he has stayed in this race. He has not given up. Timon now only has one more sector to go. 2 more sectors even. He's not quite finished the first one yet. But only a few more corners until Timon gets his win in Saudi Arabia. Now into the final sector. And there's another penalty there for Dane. That's Bobo actually. As Timon now, he's actually gaining on Elias as well. But he doesn't need that overtake. He should know he doesn't need that overtake. Round turn 15. 15, 25, into turn 26, into the final turn 27, and Timon, after all of the battling he's been through, after a spin late on, after something no one would think, Timon weaves himself across the line and wins here in Saudi Arabia. An incredible drive from him. Elias P2, Jacko P3, he crossed the line first. Dano gets across the line in P4 as now round the final corner for Bobo in P5. An incredible last few laps here. And I have no words to describe those last few laps. Incredible. That's all I can say, incredible. And it's led to a Timon win. Out of nowhere, Elias, rightly so, driver of the day. An incredible drive from him. Timon equally as good. As we watch now the podium celebrations, the Dutch man winning on a day where his driver won. Max Verstappen winning the championship, Timon winning tonight. Very different circumstances, you got to admit, but this is going to be equally as impressive for Timon. He's going to be celebrating equally as much. And that will be it for this stream. Incredible bit of racing we have seen tonight. It happened so late on. It really did happen late on. And it's an incredible end to an incredible race. And that will be all from us tonight. We will see you next week, because I'm pretty sure there is no race on next week. For the Grand Prix, I do not know yet, but I will check right now. before I go. I've clicked on the wrong thing. Give me a minute. Thank you everyone for watching. For what will be round 16 in Interlagos in Brazil. That should be a cracking race. I hope to see everyone soon. And that will be it